Good morning. My name is Betsy Cates, and I am your worship associate for the very first time. So, thank you. Please forgive me my fumblings, which are sure to happen. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn number 1064 in your teal hymnal, Blue Boat Home. What everybody loves.
Testing.
Good morning. My name is Christopher Fenton, and I am the treasurer of the Board of Trustees. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist congregation of the Hudson Valley. Whether you've been with this congregation a decade or more, or this is your first time visiting us, we welcome you. Whatever the faith and traditions of your past, we welcome you. Whatever your theological stance, we welcome you. Whoever you are and whomever you love, we welcome you. Whatever your heritage, we welcome you. We respectfully acknowledge the territory on which our church building sits as the ancestral homelands of the Munsee, Lenape, and Wappinger people. So we have several announcements this week that my assistant Maggie Fenton will also be helping me with. First, as we gather this Sunday during the seasons of Christian Lent and Muslim Ramadan, approaching Jewish Passover, on a day which many loving families are celebrating as Trans Day of Visibility, on the second Sunday of spring, we celebrate our Religious Exploration Sunday. The Democracy Action Team invites people to stop by their table at coffee hour to sign online letters and or make phone calls opposing the SAVE Act, a voter suppression bill, which is scheduled for a vote in Congress this week. You can also find out more about a mass mobilization rally in New York City next Saturday, April 5th at 1 p.m. to oppose cuts to Social Security, Medicaid, and other rights. A group is meeting at the Croton train station on Saturday at 11:15 a.m. to take the 11:39 a.m. train into New York to attend the rally. Please stop by their table for more details. You can also find out how to join the Democracy Action Team. They will be having a Zoom meeting on Wednesday with Reverend Daniel. Next, are you interested in safety? Of course you are. It's time for those of us who have been taking the orange lanyards to do a little refresher course. Anyone who is interested in seeing whether they would like to join us in helping keep the congregation safe in the event of a fire is welcome to join us. There will be a refresher training next Saturday, April 5th, from 1:30 to 3 p.m. at the Fellowship Hall. Come and join us to learn or remind yourself of what our responsibilities are as fire wardens. Please see Nora Mulligan or email her at nora.m.mulligan@gmail.com to let us know if you are coming. I've done it, and I can confirm it is fun. Have you ever thought you might like to volunteer for something at UUCHV but did not know who to ask or what those volunteer opportunities might be?
Yes.
Great. The membership committee has come to your rescue. Check out the Community bulletin board to the left of the entrance to the Fellowship Hall. Each volunteer opportunity has a double leaf with the description of the needed task with the date and the time frame. If you see something that fits your interest and schedule, pull off the top leaf, put it in a place that will help you to remember what you signed up for, and sign your name to the bottom leaf. Someone on the committee will contact you. The bulletin board will be updated weekly depending on the volunteer needs. When we work together, our connections become stronger.
Notice the beautiful art in our sanctuary and fellowship hall. Today from 2 to 4, we'll be hosting the opening reception of the Artists of Northern Westchester art show. Everyone is invited. Everyone is invited to drop by the pledge drive table during coffee hour today to ask questions about the pledge drive or sign up for the celebratory potluck next Sunday, April 6th. We appreciate all of you for engaging with us on the pledge drive this month.
For the most up-to-date information on these topics and others, please refer to our weekly e-newsletter and check our website frequently. And please join us for conversation after the service. If you are present in the sanctuary, please join us for coffee hour or coffee and conversation in Fellowship Hall. If you're watching the live stream, the link for our Zoom coffee hour can be found in the Saturday reminder in your email. If you are just recently joining us and would like to receive our weekly e-news, please email us at uucroton@gmail.com with your name, and we will make sure you are added to our e-news list. Also, please remember to silence your cell phones at this time. And once again, we welcome you to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of the Hudson Valley.
We now invite our children of the congregation to join us for our favorite part of the morning service. Join Jane and ring our bell 8, count them, 8 times, in honor of our shared values and principles. That's a lot of kids. Awesome. That was amazing and easily countable. Well done. Every week we come together in community to share with one another, to support one another, and to celebrate one another. We bear sacred witness to each other in this honored ritual.
Jumped ahead.
I did.
This is challenge lighting.
What? Hello? Excuse me. Back up. Thank you, Nora. It is now time to light our chalice, and Lindy is going to light it for us. The affirmation is in your order of service.
Chalice lighting's up here.
Oh, and also, wow, and also on the screen. Please join us in unison as Lindy lights. Inspired by love.
Light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian
Universalism. This is the faith of the open minds. This is the faith of the loving hearts. This is the faith of the helping hands. We care for our earth and work for peace and justice in the world.
Now the affirmation.
Now comes the affirmation. Inspired by love, our mission is to seek our true nature, connect deeply and openly, and act for justice.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Jane.
I am excited to be here, and I know the kids are too. They're just beyond wonderful, and you're going to see that, within the next few minutes. You'll see it. They're beyond wonderful. They've been so much fun to work with. First, though, before we get started, I am going to introduce you to Shai Wexler and her violin. She will be accompanied on piano by our very own Blake. I came to know Shai when she was a student at Vassar College and when she was the violin star of the music department. For her senior recital in 2023, one of the pieces she performed was Mercy by Max Richter. This achingly beautiful piece just blew me away, and I really want to share it with you today. Mercy is part of a series of pieces composed by Max Richter based on the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights, the document adopted by the UN in 1948, and it proclaims the sanctity of human dignities, freedoms, and well-being. Some years after its adoption, Max Richter said, "There's something so fundamental about the words of the Declaration of Human Rights that they have a kind of magical resonance. They really chime with natural justice." And that was just something very inspiring, thinking about those texts. So it's actually very natural to want to respond to them artistically. He goes on to say, "It feels like the world has gone wrong in a new way. And I wrote Mercy as a cry for compassion. The world we see around us is not a world which reflects the values set out by the Declaration of Human Rights. I hope Mercy embodies the aspiration to build a fairer and better world." And here are Shai and Blake.
I have to cheat now. Okay, now it's time for joys and sorrows.
No.
Am I
Still
right?
jumping the gun.
I'm looking at the testimonial that went
While
right
you're
past
answering-
my eyes from Nora Mulligan.
But first, Megan is going to introduce me.
Hi. Yes, I was sneaking up here. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm Megan Huppick. I'm on the Pledge Drive Committee this year. Very happy to be. And I'm here to give a little update and reminder to everyone before I welcome Nora up to give what I'm sure will be a rousing testimonial, because that's Nora's number one mode. So far during the pledge drive, which started on March 16th and will end next week, April 6th, we've received 15 pledges totaling more than $87,000. What's really amazing about this is that these pledgers who we've received their cards so far, they've increased their pledges by between 3% and 45%. So these folks are really showing their enthusiasm and confidence in what this community is doing and what we can do together. So this is a really strong beginning, definitely deserves applause, and we're also just getting started. We expect 40 more pledges during this drive, so I'm looking at you all. That means you. Please turn in your pledge cards today or next week, and let's match that energy and that confidence that these folks who have already sent their pledge cards in have really shown us. Okay, so now switching modes to Nora. As you know, throughout the pledge drive, we hear from our fellow congregants about what this place means to them, to ground us in the purpose of the pledge drive, and remind us what it is exactly that we're supporting and doing together. This week, we're going to hear from Nora Mulligan. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nora Mulligan, as you know. And I want to say, when we started the pledge drive on March 16th, I may actually have been the very first person to hand in her pledge. I think I was. And the reason, and I'm not bragging, well, I'm bragging a little bit, but I'm not really bragging. What I'm saying is, it was easy for me. It was really easy for me to make a pledge, to commit myself, and to say, yep, I'm putting my money where my mouth is, because I feel that no matter how much I give to this congregation, I have already been given so much more. I have been given a community. I have been given friends. I have been given a spiritual home. I know we always say that, but it's really true. I've been given a place where I feel I belong, I can contribute, I'm part of the family. I've been here since 2008, which is a good amount of time. And in the time that I've been here, I have been given the ability to sing with my fellow singers in the choir. One of my favorite things in this entire congregation. I've met wonderful people in the choir and sung with them and learned how to read music. Amazing. I have met people. I have worked with people on sharing and caring for a long time, and we have, amongst us, we have reached out to people who are suffering, to people who are celebrating. We've had our fingers on the pulse. We've put our arms around the people who needed us most, and that's been wonderful. The congregation also gave me the power to use my voice. I grew up Catholic. I wasn't even allowed to talk in the pulpit, okay? And I have led services, and I gotta say, that is just like the coolest thing in the world. I have been allowed to not only think about deep spiritual things, but to share with everybody. And that is wonderful. I have been given that here, and I was never given that anywhere else. I have been given the ability to work with really inspiring and wonderful people. People who talk the talk and walk the walk. People I look up to for their activism, for their intelligence, for their groundedness. I have been given so much, and money is nothing compared to that. I am so happy to pledge. I am so happy to be here. I have been so happy to be on the board for 6 years. This has been my home. and I want to support my home, and I want to make my home a better place. I hope everybody else here does too, so we can build a better home together. Thank you.
Before we get started on our next part, Mike Kemper just wants to say a few words.
Hi, I'm Mike Kemper. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a member of the Board of Trustees, and I'm also on the Inclusivity Committee. On Saturday, April 26th, UUCHB will be one of the 28 UU congregations so far across the country that will be a satellite host for a full-day conference called Building Beloved Community Beyond the Binary. You'll be getting an email soon with all of the details. The conference is hosted by the First UU Society of Syracuse, which has been holding this space since 2017. We'll live stream 4 workshops throughout the day, along with a keynote address by Spencer Bergstedt, who's a trans man and activist and can be found on the Trans Dad channel on Instagram. The organizers describe the conference as an opportunity to find community with trans and non-binary folks and our allies, a chance for us to gather, to learn and grow. I have learned so much in my communications with the organizing team. I have absolutely no doubt this will be the case. This event is also an opportunity to make an essential statement, a statement about bullying and who we are as a congregation. Right now, bullies all over this country are attacking the trans and non-binary community. They're being targeted in every way possible, physically, verbally, systemically. Some folks in power think that they can get away with bullying the community because that even kind, liberal supporters like us might be uncomfortable supporting trans rights, that we won't stand up to the bullying. We know that when it comes to bullies, we all have a choice. We can be a bystander, or we can be an ally. We can choose to look away and pretend the bullying isn't happening, or we can choose to be a true friend and ally and speak for those who are being bullied. Which is why an event like Beyond the Binary is so important. It supports the community, but it also supports the larger issue of human rights. It reaffirms that every life is sacred. If we don't show strong support for this very fragile community, we're setting the stage for other groups to be targeted, and we are letting the bullies win. As UUs, we know we're called to stand up to bullies, to be true friends and allies, and to always keep love at the center. I hope to see you on the 26th. Thank you.
Okay, I'm looking for Sebastian. Where is Sebastian? All right, we're going to have a game. Sebastian's going to hand out prizes. Can everyone hear me? Okay, so welcome to Jeopardy! We hope you will play it with us. Last Sunday, the kids played the No, good, it's good. Last Sunday, the kids played the very same game that you will be challenged with. They got all the questions right. So they've been asked not to play it today because it wouldn't be very fair. So to get you on the competitive mood, take a listen here. Go ahead. You're good. Okay, now if you select the right response, Sebastian will come and you will pick a prize. And you'll learn the meaning behind the prize after this game. All right, so first question, what is Article 2? It's the new slang that kids are using to refer to the second article of clothing they put on in the morning. B, it's an important part of the UUA bylaws that provide the foundation of the Unitarian Universalist faith. C, nobody knows. It's one of life's great mysteries. Anybody? Okay, go ahead, Ann.
Get ready to walk over here. It's C. Nobody knows.
I'm sorry. Mary Ann. No, I'm sorry. Anybody else?
It's A. It's right.
Sorry. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Chris.
It's Chris.
What is B?
Okay, next question. Have a seat here. Have a seat. Okay. Why was this changed to Article 2 such a hot topic in many UU congregations last year?
Oh, I know this one.
Wait till you hear all the options. A, hold on, Gary, hold on. A, it spawned a new TikTok dance video challenge that went viral, and everyone at the UUA was doing it. B, change can be hard. It was a major change to our bylaws, and although it has been revised to better reflect current society, goals, and mission, change was still hard. C, a new Broadway musical called Article 2 opened, featuring the new language in our new bylaws, put to music by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Okay, go ahead, Gary, go ahead.
What is, you all know that Andrew Lloyd Webber is God, so C.
Oh, Gary, I'm sorry. Leo had his hand up. Leo, go ahead. You'll have to help everybody. B is correct. Okay, next question. What is jet pig? Okay. Jet pig is a stuffed pig housed here at UUCHB, and they help us articulate our faith by using the acronym which spells their name and represents our values. B, it's just another way of saying when pigs fly, which means something that will never ever happen. Or C, it is the new mascot for the New York Jets football team. Go ahead.
Okay, we know, yep. Not for the Jets, yeah.
Jacqueline, I'm sorry. That's not it. June, go for it.
It's A.
Right, June has it. Thank you. All right, next one. Why do we ring the bell 7 times on Sunday mornings? A, since ancient times and in many cultures today, the number 7 is considered a lucky number. B, we ring the bell 7 times to remind us of our 7 UU values. C, we are honoring Taylor Swift's song called 7.
Oh, okay, they know the answer too. It is, what is, I forgot that before. What is C? We are honoring Taylor Swift's song called 7.
I'm sorry. Oh, boy. K?
What is B?
B, K got it right. What is at the center of our UU values? Equity, A. B, love. C, transformation. Go ahead, Gary.
What is equity?
I'm sorry. Miles.
C.
C. Nope. That's not it either.
Never there.
Oliver. Love. Okay, I think this is the last one. Which of the following is not a UU value? A, generosity. B, justice. C, a number signifying the result of a calculation. Go ahead, Jacqueline.
I've been here long enough to know that justice is not part of the community.
C, yes. A number signifying the result of a calculation.
I thought for sure it was generosity.
Right here.
Yeah, I didn't think we had to involve the children. All right, that is the end of our day.
Betsy, now.
I thought we had some special music first. You do, right? Okay. I got it right.
So now I'd like to introduce you to Felix Kluge-Glickman, and he will be playing. Willow Tree Waltz by Nancy Faber. Joys and Sorrows, we use stones and put them in water, and Leo is going to help us with that today. Leo, can you come up?
Okay. All right, now it's time for Joys and Sorrows. And thanks, Leo. Leo, it's going to be you and me, buddy. Okay, we come together in community to share with one another, to support one another, and to celebrate with one another. We bear sacred witness to each other in this honored ritual. As we begin, we know that there are both great sorrows and great joys in our world that must be acknowledged as well. We will drop our first stone. That's your cue. Thank you. To honor those in pain. Go ahead. Victims of violence and war and oppression all around our world. We will drop our second stone because we understand that amidst all of that pain, there's also celebration and joy in our world. We honor that joy and sorrow are woven together. For some of us here today, this has been a week of life-changing joy that needs to be lifted up in this worship. For others, this has been a time of deep pain and sorrow that needs to be shared to make the burden lighter. If this has been such a time for you, I invite you to come forward to drop a stone and to briefly tell us of your joy or sorrow. You may also raise your hand in silent acknowledgement of your joys and sorrows, and we will drop a stone for you. So be patient with us as we both scan the crowd. So drop a stone. You see something. So you drop it and you can find it. There you go. I see 1, 2 back there. 2 more. Go ahead, drop one. And I see 1 up here. Okay, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Heather Hewitt. My pronouns are she, her, hers. So you can see I've written out my joy. It's one joy with 3 parts, but I just have to say my heart is so full with joy being here. This is such a wonderful service. I love Jeopardy. I'm having so much fun. Thank you to the kids for organizing this. So my joy is that I saw Luke, my son, in a performance this weekend. That's why he's not here, by the way. He had a performance last night. The final one is this afternoon. Tickets are still available. So he is sleeping in. I know he's really disappointed to miss RE Sunday, but that's why he's not here. So of course it's a joy to see your child in a performance. But I have 2 other joys connected to that. The first is that he found another community, which, like this community, has been an incredible place of support and nurturance. The performance is put on by the Broadway Training Center, and like this community, it's just been foundational for his growth, not just as a performer, but as a human being. And I just have such joy around that. And my second joy is that I've discovered a new musical. So the musical is called The Hello Girls. It debuted off-Broadway in 2018, and it tells the story of the women who during World War II were the first women in the U.S. Army who performed as telephone switchboard operators. So it's a great story, and I'm really mindful that at a time when our federal government is erasing our history, like literally taking down mentions of women, of people of color, and of members of the LGBTQ+ community, eviscerating our collective history, the role of art and storytelling in reminding us of what our history is, what we have done, and what is possible. So I have incredible joy for this musical. Thank you.
Hi. I'll go on my tippy toes. Hi, my name is Ann Pearl, and that's really echoey. My joy today is that it is my and my husband's 45th wedding anniversary. So, thank you.
What is Happy Sunday for 500, please? My name is Scott, and I'm this Tuesday, April 1, marks the first date for my wife and I 32 years ago. She has been the most amazing partner in life, the most amazing wife, the most brilliant, wonderful, beautiful, complex, complicated, and giving person I know. And my other joy is that our daughter Annabelle was clicking away and part of the celebration this morning. And bless us all, as we all know what's right, and we certainly see what's wrong.
Hi, I'm Ellen. I'm fairly new here. I want to thank you all for being so welcoming and so kind. Some of you know that I moved here in September from Buffalo, and we celebrated there and statewide, actually yesterday, the life of Richard Lippis, a name you may not know, but you've probably heard of Love Canal, which was really the beginning of the environmental justice movement in the United States. People were basically tricked into having houses built for them on an incredibly toxic landfill, and it took years to begin to remedy that. Richard was the lead attorney for Love Canal. He died about 2 weeks ago after a very long bout of complicated illnesses, so he was quiet in his later years. But something happened just before I left Buffalo. You may know that mainly in the 70s, there was a rash of destroying inner cities and putting up horrible expressways, many of which are being remedied now. And the one in Buffalo was called the Kensington Expressway. It took out a beautiful Olmsted Parkway, a system of parkways that has been nominated as a World Heritage Site, and put it underground for a stretch, basically destroying an African American community, separating the community from the rest of the city and causing all kinds of economic hardship and illness from the emissions from the traffic going through the neighborhood. A local grassroots organization started up to remedy this. The state wanted to make it a tunnel, which would have been even worse. The neighborhood had a vision of restoring the Olmsted Parkway, which is beginning to gain traction. It was just a couple of local intrepid women going around collecting signatures, and now it's grown into a movement. So that honors Richard. We were talking about this at my Sierra Club meeting before I left Buffalo. I'm now involved here. And there was some controversy about whether or not our organizations should support it. And there was an idea that maybe some local politicians wouldn't agree with one of our other initiatives if we broke with them on that. Richard, who'd been quiet for years in our meetings, a lion came out. And Richard said, "We are not here to placate politicians. We are here to do what is just." It kind of turned the tide on that. It took some time. But it was just so inspiring to see this person who had worked so hard on so many causes and then suffered so much in his later years just make that final statement. It was like the champion of Love Canal is still with us, and he lived for a few more months. So I didn't think of talking about this till I got here today, but I thought for justice, for racial equity, just for doing what is right, I want to honor Richard. So it is a sorrow that he's left us, but a joy that he was with us. Thank you.
I would like to drop us. Okay. I'm so sorry, Oliver.
My joy is that I'm here today. My name is Jacob, and my joy is that yesterday I got to go to my best friend's party, their surprise birthday party, and my sorrow is that a lot of kids started fighting, did a lot of aggressive things, and someone pulled my hair, a few pieces off of my hair, and then I kicked them, and I let a lot of people back.
I'm William. I have a joy and a sorrow. I have a joy that I'm able to be here today and that my dad was able to come because he's normally shopping at this time. And he woke up extra early so he could do his shopping earlier instead of missing this. So I'm very happy about that.
My name is Sebastian Villar, and my joy is that, yesterday I got to go over to my friend's house, which was just a really good experience, even though you do it usually, and also that I just get to be here today, too.
I would like to drop one more stone for the victims and the survivors of the earthquakes in Myanmar, and especially Bangkok, just because we learned, we got to know people there. So my thoughts are with them. And there's one in the back.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I have a joy. Part of my joy is being on sabbatical from higher ed right now, but I want to, my sorrow, or I want to remember our international students and colleagues where things shifted this week. Thanks.
Okay. We drop one final stone for all those joys and sorrows that remain unexpressed, and for those outside of our walls who are searching for a place to bring the wholeness of their lives and to be received with love.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Betsy. Okay, so I thought I would show you a very short video that I've shared with the kids a few times back in the fall, which at that point in time, it was just a few months after our new UU values were adopted at GA last year. So we're going to go ahead and play this, and keep in mind when they say the word proposed, it's because this video was made before the vote at GA.
UU statements for kid and adult consideration. The shared UU values proposed in Article 2 by Tanya Webster, DRE. We respect and value everyone, and we act to ensure equity. We are kind in all we do, and we practice generosity. We embrace pluralism, seeking truths from one another. As we transform together into the best we can be. We show up for justice, inclusion, and democracy. We dismantle racist systems and build beloved communities. We protect our earth and all beings from harm and exploitation. We honor the web of life and all of Earth's creations. We are Unitarian Universalists.
Time for Isabella to come forward. Isabella, where are you? All right. So, Isabella would like to show you our Wonder Box. Do any of you wonder what might be in it? Well, Isabella is going to reveal its contents right now. Are you ready, Isabella? Okay, let's see. So it's taped shut, so I'm just going to loosen this up a little bit. Thanks, Chris. All right. Let's see, Isabella. Do you want to pull it out and see what it is? Oh, my. Meet Jet Pig, a UU who is fueled by love. Jet Pig is all about the UU values. Their pronouns are they, them. They're a little shy, so they aren't speaking right now, but they have told us things that we can share with you. As UUs here, you have all known and loved our 8 principles. For the last 9 months, Jet Pig, though, has been sharing something new. A change that was voted on at last year's UUA General Assembly. You see, UUism is a living tradition because we continue to grow and learn, and we all know that revelation is not sealed. So today we'll be sharing the new UU values that were adopted last June. They are very similar to the 8 principles, but just stated in a different way. These values can be in any order, but Jet Pig asked if we would share them in a certain order today to help us remember them, and because the first letter of each value spells out Jet Pig's name. This makes it easier to remember them. So let's see the values Jet Pig wants to share with us. Okay, Leo, you want to come forward and tell us about the first value? And Isabella, do you want to put Jet Pig back in our Wonder Box? There you go. Thank you, Isabella. Okay. Go ahead, Leo.
Jet Pig wants us to remember that love is the power that holds us together and is at the center of our values.
Okay. Did everybody hear that? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Leo. All right, so now we're going to have all the kids come up because we're going to share a song and we're going to teach it to you. You can just stay up here. In honor of the You Value Love, the kids are going to sing a song written by Melanie DeMoore, who is a Unitarian Universalist. Melanie says, I wrote this song the day after the 2016 election. That's when Trump won the first time. She goes on to say, I want kids to think about people like Martin Luther King Jr., Mandela, Dolores Huerta, Malcolm X, Gandhi. All of them started their movements from the love of their people, not out of hatred of someone else. So with this song, she sends us with this charge. Melanie DeMoore tells us, here's what you need to do, people out there. Keep your head up, keep your heart wide open, remember to breathe, and keep doing the work. Sing on. So she also had said that this song doesn't really need to be taught. So when you hear the kids go through it once, we're going to ask everybody to join it. Do you want to move this way so it's not shining? Down this way. Okay, so you ready? First, we'll teach the first course. Does everybody have you have the program or with the words, or do you know the words? We've been singing this every week. So, okay. That's all right. Okay, you ready? So we're gonna sing you the chorus together. Okay. Thank you. Do you want to do it again?
Sure. I just got the keys.
Okay. And you're going to echo when one of the kids sings alone, you're going to echo what they sing. So right
tell us about the J in JetPig?
The J in JetPig is justice.
We show up for justice, inclusion, and democracy. We dismantle racist systems and build beloved communities. Miles, would you tell us about the E in JetPig?
The E in JetPig is equity.
We respect and value everyone, and we act to ensure equity. So we can go sit down for a while. All right. You go to the next part. So we'll start with seeing this famous illustration comparing inequality, equality, equity, and justice. I've seen this illustration a few times before, and some of you may have also seen the baseball field version of it. When I came across it in the UU curriculum called Soul Matters for elementary school kids, I thought, no way they are going to get this. This is too complicated. But I thought, well, let's just see. And you know, I talked to Kyla about it. Kyla taught the lesson that day. And when I texted her the next day and asked, did they get it? She said, they definitely got it. And they explained equity and justice to each other and why it's important. They were great. End quote. So this is what they learned. Inequality. We see here in this pic that the two kids are standing in the exact same spot with the same hand position and same height, yet one is receiving plenty more apples than the other. This is due to the way the tree is flawed. It's bent to one side, making the person on the left have many more apples, resulting in a lack of fairness or justice. Person on the left isn't working harder, doing anything different. Just the tree under which they are standing seems to favor the person on the left. But why is the tree bent? The tree represents our system, government policies, rules. With the tree offering benefits to only some people, the tree is bending towards some groups and away from others. So the next slide, equality. We see here the same two people on a ladder getting the apples. While the person on the left is gathering plenty, the person on the right still can't reach them. Because of the slant of the tree, some still can't access apples, opportunities. And there are still less apples on the one side. So this brings up the topic of treat everyone the same. Well, at first that sounds pretty good, but the more you think about it, the more you realize it's not good. Treating everyone the same means you're assuming that everyone benefits from the same support. And that's not true. Equality is not always enough. Just giving everyone the same thing doesn't mean everyone has the same opportunities or benefits. So then we come to equity. So we see in this image, the tree is still bent to the left. There are still more apples on the left, yet the person on the right is being given a taller ladder than the person on the left. Equity means considering individual needs. Sometimes people need different things to reach the same goal. Finally, justice. Justice means fixing the system. To create true fairness, we need to address the underlying issues, government policies causing inequality. Fix the problem and create an environment where everyone has a chance to thrive. So we see here both people standing in the same place with the same ladder, both receiving the same amount of apples, but notice the wood holding up the tree. This is a justice aspect of it, fixing the system, to no longer discriminate against one group. They are standing there equally because the cause of the inequity was addressed, and the problem in the system, the bent tree, was fixed. Okay, I'm a little worried about time, so I think what we're going to do is, I'm just going to read you the one on transformation, and we'll go on to the next one. I thought I had this timed right. I am really sorry. I had it timed at 63 minutes, and it's 63 minutes now, and we're not quite through. So, a transformation. As we transform together into the best we can be, let's go on to the next one, pluralism. So we did a little bit of history in our UU class, and we went back in time. And we invited a Unitarian king here today. And a Unitarian court preacher named Francis David. They come from the past and are from Transylvania. So I'd like you to meet King John Sigismund and court preacher Reverend Francis David. What would you like to say to everybody?
Everyone in this kingdom may worship freely according to their own beliefs.
Fantastic. Did everybody hear that? Yes. All right. So we learned about the Edict of Tordo, which happened 457 years ago, where this wonderful Unitarian king, he said everyone in the kingdom could worship freely. And that was a big deal back then. For the time, it was very radical. After King John died, things kind of went back to the old way, which is really unfortunate. However, because King John Sigismund and Francis David made such a mark that some people feel like the founding fathers of our country in the 1700s refused to adopt any official creed. And a lot of historians believe that it was because of Unitarian King John Sigismund and Francis David's legacy. So thank you, King John Sigismund and Francis David. Miles, can you come up and tell us a little bit about interdependence, and then we're going to hear a story.
I in JetPig is for interdependence.
Thank you, Miles. So we protect our earth and all beings from harm and exploitation, and we honor the web of life and all of Earth's creations. So to illustrate our interconnectedness, Kay Griffin is going to tell us a story called Indra's Magnificent Jeweled Net. You ready? And after the story, you're going to receive jewels. And you'll see why in the story.
Good morning. So I would first like to say that I am very happy to be here. So today I'm reading from a story titled Indra's Net. And this is from Vedic mythology. Far, far away in the abode of the great god Indra, king of heaven, hangs a wondrous, vast net, much like a spider's web in intricacy and loveliness. It stretches out indefinitely in all directions. At each node or crossing point of the net hangs a single glittering jewel. Since the net itself is infinite in dimension, the jewels are infinite in number. The sparkling jewels hang there, suspended in and supported by the net, glittering like stars, dazzling to behold. Now, if you feel comfortable, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and imagine what this magnificent jewel net looks like, spread across the vast expanse of space. Keep your eyes closed and move in close to one jewel in the net. Look closely and you will see that the polished surface of the gem reflects all the other jewels in the net, infinite in number, just as two mirrors placed opposite each other reflect an image ad infinitum. Each jewel reflected in this gem you are gazing into also reflects all the other jewels, so that the process of reflection is infinite in itself. Open your eyes and know that you are a sparkling jewel in Indra's net, as is every person around you. Every jewel is connected with all the other jewels in the net, as every person is intimately connected with all the other persons in the universe. Each has an independent place within the net, and we all reflect and influence each other. A change in one jewel or person produces a change, however slight, in every other. Realize, too, that the infinite reflections speak to the illusory nature of appearances. Appearances are not, in fact, reality, but only a reflection. The true nature of a thing is not to be captured in its appearance. However powerful that appearance might be, it is yet only a reflection of what is real. In addition, whatever you do to one jewel affects the entire net, as well as yourself. You cannot damage one strand of a spider web without injuring the entire web. And you cannot damage one strand of the web that is the universe without injuring all others in it, whether that injury is known or unknown. This can work for good or ill, because just as destructive acts affect the entire net, so do loving, constructive, compassionate acts affect the entire net. A single helpful act, even a simple act of kindness, will send positive ripples across the infinite net, touching every jewel, every person in existence. Thank you.
Thank you, Kay, for your beautiful storytelling. We're actually going to skip a part because we are really way behind. I'm going to ask Reverend Daniel if we can do a time for all ages with the butterfly effect next time. We're going to skip the butterfly effect today. We just don't have any more time. However, there is a part that we will not skip. Some of you know, I am at UU Croton twice a month. On those other 2 Sundays, when I'm not here, I never have to worry about how things are going. And do you know why? Well, it's because we have gifted Kyla Oliver, a teacher by profession. We really lucked out. Kyla teaches first grade at Coleman Hills Elementary School in Armonk. Before that, she taught for 6 years at PS 209 in the Bronx. Not only is Kyla our RE leader in Croton, but she is woven deeply into our history. She grew up in RE, she came of age, and she took the OWL class. When she was in high school, she went on to become our weekly child care provider for toddlers and pre-K kids. So, in showing my gratitude for Kyla, I thought I would take the Ted Lasso style of thanking her. Are any of you familiar with Ted Lasso? Okay. So you know that it's a feel-good show about a soccer coach who moves to England, doesn't know much about soccer or how to navigate new social contexts. He doesn't even drink tea. But when someone does or says something helpful, Ted will say, "I appreciate you," not, "Oh, I appreciate it." So he emphasizes the message of appreciating the person more than the things they do for us. So it's a small semantic difference, but an important one, especially if you're being the one appreciated. So although I appreciate all the things you do for our kids, Kyla, I really, really appreciate you.
And in the spirit of Ted Lasso and on behalf of everyone in this sanctuary, Kyla Oliver, we appreciate you. And come on up because we have a small gift for you.
Okay. Each week, we make an offering from the bounty we are blessed to enjoy. We do this in the spirit of love and generosity, aware that we have benefited from those who have gone before, those that in turn gave generously. Our offering goes to support the work of love and justice undertaken by this community. Today's offering will also be shared with Neighbors Link. And my cheat sheet has managed to vanish into thin air. But I know it's Neighbors Link. Okay, here we go. Neighbors Link has combined their deep knowledge of the low-income immigrant community with first-hand crisis relief work to create a vision for the future. Immigrants need legal services, tools, training, and education to keep their families together and help them prepare for the future. You can go to their website, neighborslink.org. I can vouch for the fact that they are an amazing organization. During our offertory, we will hear the oboe of William Strittmatter. Did I say your name right? Yeah. Playing the Eagle Summit March by John O'Reilly and Mark Williams. The offering will now be received. Please join me in the dedication of the offering. The words are in your order of service. May these gifts and the work of our hands and hearts give power to all we stand for as a community of faith. I forgot to mention there are several ways that you can make the offering. I'm saying that belatedly. You can donate online to UUCHV on our website. Or you can click on the QR code in your order of service to donate via paypal.com. You can also send an old-fashioned check. Just having a little pithy pause. Okay, please join us now in extinguishing the chalice. Those words are also in your order of service. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
All right. So the kids and I send you off today, asking that you remember JetPig and our 7 UU values. To close, our benediction will be sung, and we're going as we sing hymn 402, the kids are going to come up and they're going to sign. They learn sign language to this. So as you sing it, you're going to see them signing it. So come on up, kids.